Flying in to Leviathan now. Hopefully this video is going to capture my audio. Not a professional content creator. Really my first legitimate video of doing anything, as far as teaching somebody how to do something on this game that I've put together. Something I wanted to do for a long time though. So without further ado, let's get into the basics of what we're going to be doing with this. Number one, if you're a hunter, which I am, I'm going to highly recommend Stompies and Quick Fang for a lot of this. You're going to have to swap your jumps several times to make this easier. Titans, I'm going to go ahead and say your best bet is going to be Lion Rampants for sure. And Warlocks, as far as what you need to bring into this cheese, I guess we should call it. Lots and lots of prayers and hope. I tend to find that Warlocks have the most trouble doing this because they have they have a hard time with upward momentum without already having momentum from running along, and there's going to be a good number of these. See, I'm an idiot. Alright. Anyway, there's going to be a good number of these that actually require you to drop down and then bounce back up, which for Hunters and Titans is pretty much just a day in the life, but for Warlocks can be a little bit frustrating. That being said, I have several friends that have run through this that were Warlocks that didn't have any problems at all, so it really just depends on you as a player and your skills with platforming. So obviously, first thing you're going to do is run into the Castellum here. Key thing, don't step on the plate to trigger the Castellum encounter. You will not be able to do it. You'll have to go back to orbit and come back in and restart. Here is the mythical hole in the wall up here, as you can see through. It has been in the game since launch, and nobody's done anything about it yet, funny enough. So we are going to exploit the crap out of it. So, once you're down here, triple jump, it's easiest to make that leap in my experience. I'm going to go ahead and swap to high jump now. Again, Stompies, high mobility, Quick Fang, these things are all wonderful tools to have. You want to jump up here now. It can be another pain in the butt area for Warlocks, sometimes for Titans if your mobility is really low. And even for Hunters if you're not running Stompies. Stompies make life much easier in this. So the first thing you're going to do is, I should probably mention that. Okay, so there are 3 waterfalls as you run along here. At the third one, you're going to take a right. You're going to run straight down to the end here. And what's going to happen is all of a sudden things are going to load in. You're going to hear a little bit of like doors sliding around kind of noises, and that just means you've loaded in the next area. One of the basic rules of doing this is that there are probably, I'd say, like 4 or 5 floors in reality on the Leviathan, and I've generally found that once you go down, it's really hard to come back up. So we're going to start at the highest level for me to show you guys these chests, and then we're going to move down to the lower level, just because it's pretty easy to do it that way. Okay, so first things first, this is what I will call a danger zone. This is places where if you fall off the edge and die, and you are alone without a buddy to res you, you will likely spawn inside of the underbelly. So try your best to avoid falling off anything. First things first, there's this like pipe sticking out right here, and this little ledge right there. What you're going to do is you're going to run straight through them. You're going to jump all the way into this water, and you're just going to slide around towards the back right corner. You'll get the Leviathan text on the side of your screen there. That means that you've loaded in the next area, and we can continue on. You're going to jump up here and up here. Alright, so if you look out there, you'll see what is the Pleasure Gardens, actually. Off in that direction are going to be the irrigation and conduit keys, which we'll be getting after I show you this. these are the drain key chests. This room that I'm standing on right here. So this room, I guess that would be right here that was standing on before, is actually the one with the robots that you would have to shoot. Best strategy for this, I found, is to go here. You walk down to the edge here. I would say go to this first little crack in the wall. Look directly at it. Walk off the ledge. Jump back up, and it'll say, obviously, I think you can see it says requires drain key. If you actually had keys, which I don't because it's literally reset was like an hour ago. I haven't had time to do the raid. But if you had it, you can in fact hold square there as you're falling down, and you will get the loot. If anybody wants me to later on today, maybe if I get a chance to do the raid and oh god, I missed that jump. Okay, so here is actually a safer spot. Main danger zone of this area is going to be right there, that the part where I said you had to slide around towards the back right corner a few minutes back. That's the most dangerous really place as far as spawning back inside, at least in this part of the map. But what we're going to be doing is, actually I need to probably put triple jump back on. That's what I'm going to do. And you guys forgive me for my rambling. I'm just trying to be as informative and quick as I can with this video, so that it won't take 4 hours to upload. And just still try to get as much information packed into it and as many tips as I can. So I'm just kind of talking stream of consciousness. I'm really kind of hoping that it's actually capturing. See, I'm going to die a lot like that because I'm not paying attention. But anyway, that it's actually capturing the audio of my voice. Otherwise, I'm talking to no one for no reason. That would be extremely awkward. Alright, so you're going to jump up onto these rocks. Somewhere along here where we're about to go, yep, there's an invisible wall right there. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so you want to avoid the invisible walls, which there are a lot of them down here. We're going to jump across to that next little ceiling over there. Alright. These next two work very similarly to the drain key, especially this one. Best strategy. Jump down here, and then walk off the edge. Jump back up. There's an irrigation key. And this should be a relatively safe spot to res, I hope. Awesome. Awesome. I generally like to take a buddy down to do this, just because dying and rezzing back inside is a little frustrating. Which kind of brings me to one of the points I wanted to make about this. This is one of those things that just scratches my itch for the needlessly complicated, just to be able to say that I can do it this way. I'm not going to sit here and try to claim that this is the easiest way to do it. In fact, probably a solid team going in and doing the robots is probably faster and more efficient, but this is fun. So basically, I think it's going to be right here along this crack. Maybe a couple of steps over. Yeah, right here. You can actually see on my radar, I can see the chest, probably because I've got a ghost that lets me do that. That's fantastic. Oh, I guess it's not the ghost that lets me do it. Sometimes I can see the chest, sometimes I can't. I don't know what's up with that. But you're just going to walk backward off the ledge and jump back up into the floor. And that would be the conduit key. Alright, so this is, to my knowledge, that I've been able to find. These are the 3 chests that you can get on this floor, I guess is what I'll call it, for lack of a better term. We're going to be moving on to the next floor. Just remember that when you go to do this yourself, if you have any that are on this floor, it is faster, easier, and much less frustrating to get all of the ones on one floor before you move to the next, because you will, more than likely, unless somebody finds out something that I don't know, have to go back out to orbit and come back in to return to this floor. There's not really any way to get back once you go to the next level. So you're going to run up this pipe, and you're going to want to do kind of a jump around this pipe deal. This is probably going to take me a couple of tries. Again, I'm moving rather quickly. I'm not exactly being as careful as I probably could be. Just because, like I said, I want to try to keep this video short, sweet, and to the point. So we're going to be moving up the pipe until you run into the other pipe that is transparent. This is probably going to be one of those times where you have to change your jump if you're a hunter. Titan's catapult lift is probably going to be your best bet through all of this. Maybe strafe lift at some points. But you shouldn't have to change too much. You guys pretty much get, I hate myself, probably pretty much have a stable lift no matter what you do, which is nice. There we go, okay. Didn't screw me up too bad. Alright, so you're going to jump. This is back to the drain key area right here. From there, you're going to run, and you need to make sure you make that jump. Again, this is that danger zone I kept telling you about earlier. There's like a kill zone somewhere in that area, and if you die in it, again, you'll probably res inside of drain there. So, moving on, we are obviously at pipeline based on the pipes. This is another tricky area. This is kind of like Argos whenever you are about to start the second phase and you tell people not to jump, because whenever it comes back, it's going to just literally put them exactly where they were. So when you step out on this, make sure you don't jump in like the first couple of split seconds that you step out onto it, because it's going to go into a little loading thing. And you'll be frozen, and then when you come out of it, it will literally sit you back wherever you were when it froze you. So if you were out over the side, it's going to drop you right there, and you'll just fall like a rock. And this is another spot where you will actually res back inside of the underbelly if you die. So, stepping out onto the pipe carefully, standing still, no jumping or moving, and it's going to load in. There we go. Alright, cool. So, this is the next level. So we're going to run over here. We're going to jump up on this little box, because there is actually, I'll show you, there's an invisible wall next to the box. It won't allow you to walk forward. So you're going to have to jump up onto the box. From here, we're aiming for this little black set of pipes right here with the wall. We're going to land right there. Alright, I'm going to go to triple jump to make sure I don't fall here. Should be a pretty safe area to die if you end up screwing up, but just in case, I don't want to have to restart this whole video. So, what we're going to do is we're going to jump over here. This that I'm standing on is the pipeline chest room. You're going to walk off the side, and it should be, oh yeah, there's a little ledge right here sometimes you can catch, but you're just going to drop, there it is. Just once you land on the ledge, just kind of walk to the side, and as you reach the very edge of it, there you go. You just hold square there. Alright, moving on. So, now, we're going to jump down here. This is ventilator. Fans still work on the outside, so if you step in the middle of it where the fans are, and it turns on, it will throw you into the edge and kill you. It's a safe place to die, so don't worry about it too much. This is the chest room. Just going to fall off the side, and there's the ventilator key. Alright, so we're going to go to where the ventilator room was. Cross over there because it's safe. Obviously, if you've been on the inside, you know there's no fans there. You're gonna run over here. See, it will push you. Luckily, there was no wall in my way. It just ended up slowing down. Right, so over here, this one is probably one of the more frustrating ones to get, especially if you are a warlock. This one's probably might be easier for you guys to just go inside and kill the robots, but obviously this is engine. So again, on my radar you can see the chest. So what you're going to do is you're going to aim for it, and there's engine key. Right. From engine key, you're going to turn around back towards, back towards ventilator, which is over that way. But you're actually going to jump across. You're going to run away from ventilator. You're going to jump up onto this like circular end piece here, I guess. Best way to describe it. Jump up onto this. Jump up here. And then there is this like sandbar thing you can land on here. Alright, and over here we have aqueduct. There is water on the sides of this in places. If you step in it, it will kill you. Safe spot to die, like a lot of the places, so don't worry if you do that. So you're going to jump up here. Aqueduct key should be right here-ish. This one, for some reason, sometimes likes to give me issues. I don't know why. Just for some reason, every now and then, it doesn't want to show up the chest there. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody who knows the ins and outs a little bit more might be able to point out the fact that maybe Aqueduct's chest spawns on random sides depending on what order the raid goes in. I'm not sure. I guess that's a possibility, but either way, I can't get it to show up, but I do know that that is where I've gotten it before 100% for sure. So, moving on, for the sake of not taking everybody's total day with this, let's go ahead and we're going to jump across here. Somewhere close to the pipe above us, there is a kill wall. If you hit it, you'll die. You'll be safe. Just res. You're going to keep running. It's going to load in. This is the next area. This is one of the few areas, actually, that if I turned around and ran back, it would actually just load up the other area. So once you basically get to this level, you know, the previous level and this one, if you forgot one, you can tend to go back as long as they weren't like upward drain and conduit and irrigation work. So we're going to be aiming for right in front of that little door. Don't run in it. You'll go into the underbelly and you won't be able to get back out. It looks far. It's a lot less far than it looks. It's much closer if you once you actually go out and jump on it. So we're going to just jump over here. And we're going to jump over here. Again, looks ridiculously far. I hate my life. And I might have just screwed that up. Lovely, this is going to be good. Okay, here we go. I'm going to find out if I can... See if I can get back to where I need to be. No, it's going to be a pain. Lovely. So this might be where this video ends, simply because I've got faction rally stuff to do. But if I can see it, I will point it out to you. Somewhere above us, if you actually made the jump that I usually make there, let me just see. I'm going to give high jump a shot, see if I can't get up there. I might be able to. No, probably not. Yeah, and this is one of those situations where it's like, I missed that jump, so I'd have to go back all the way to where I started and do it again, or, you know, at least, you know, go back to orbit and all that stuff, and that's, you know, the one downside of this is you can kind of get stuck in places where you can't really get out, and it can be frustrating, but for the most part, I generally tend to have one-time goes at these things, because most of the difficult ones don't end up getting looped altogether in 1 week on most occasions. But for now, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and end it here and just know that the transfer key is up above me. somewhere. If you made the jump that I was showing you, this is where it's going to be. And the last interesting thing is, for some reason, you can see part of Eater of Worlds in this instance, and I don't know why. But that's the little whatever it is, the safe door down there, the vault door. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna try to upload it now. Should be up pretty soon.